Jessica Alanis.
You've been going for Uncle Bear. I love that. That's great. How you guys doing? Y'all are good looking crowd. I love this. My name is Jessica Alanis. I am originally from Texas. And like, man, when I moved to LA, I did not realize that not everybody is Mexican. Did you guys know that? Did you know there were other options? Dude, I just assumed, like, even people with blonde hair, blue eyes, I was like, tú sabes, like, you're part of it, right? Because I grew up in Texas. I grew up in South Texas. And there, everybody is Mexican, just like by default, you know? Like, because we all have that same upbringing. You know, we all have quinceañeras, we eat tacos, we don't know our dads. Like, we all have that same culture, you know? Someone once told me they were Spanish, and I was like, that's the language. You're dumb, idiot. What? I got to LA, and people immediately thought I was white. And I get it. I do look a little entitled, and like I say, ooh, I gotta skedaddle, you guys. I gotta go. Like, I get the vibe I put off. But I moved here, and people just started talking to me about, like, yoga and their chakras. And I thought they were saying chanclas. I was like, what are we talking about? What? I got invited to Pilates. I thought they said paletas. I was like, this is not ice cream. This is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. I thought I looked Mexican. I thought I gave off the vibe. You know, I thought people looked at me and said, she's toxic. Like, I thought I had it. But then I met Mexicans from, like, East LA. And then I was like, oh, I'm white. Lo siento, I'm white. Sorry about that, I don't have kids. You're right. I do try to be more Mexican, though. I try to be a part of the culture, right? So I'll do things like I'll wear my hair curly, I wear hoop earrings, because that's the uniform, you know? I say, that's what's up, at the end of my sentences. Dude, I've even spent a night in jail once, just to really immerse myself in the culture, you know? Anybody else been to Club Gen Pop? Okay, liars. I did, and I spent one night in jail, just one, because I'm not that Mexican, you know? I spent one night in jail. I got a DWI when I was in college. Ooh, that was expensive, girl. I do not recommend college at all. My God. Still paying for that mistake. Are you kidding me? Jail, on the other hand, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, yes, they take away your rights, your freedom, your privacy, but like, that's just being a woman in Texas, okay? It felt like home to me. I was like, this is cozy. Like, you know, women shouldn't make decisions. You're right, yeah. At the end of it, you live with a cute little headshot. You're on a VIP list. I was like, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. I liked it. Do you guys have dogs? Anybody have dogs here? Yeah, oh, big dog fan in the back. I like that. I do. I have a little dog. I have a small dog. She's a Chiweenie. If you don't know, that's half Chihuahua, half weenie dog, right? So it's like half feisty, half pee when they get excited. Which, like, same. I get that. They do say that, like, dogs and owners start to resemble them, like, each other after a while. And I get it, because, like, she and I are both small. We got little legs, you know, can't keep up with people. We cry when we're left alone for too long. You know, and if you feed us and tell us we're cute, we'll give you a little lick. Like, we're the same person. We have the same thing going on. Dude, I got her when I had her for 14 years. I've had her for 14 years. You know, when I first got her, she was cute with brown face, and now she's all white, like a little gentrified neighborhood. Like, I'm like, oh, you're just so cute, you know? Used to be like vibrant and full of life, and now she's boring and like yells when the neighbors are too loud. I'm like, this is weird. I got her as a Christmas gift from my boyfriend in college, which was awful. He was like, hey babe, Merry Christmas, here's responsibility. I was like, is that love? Is that how love works? Man. I did ask him for a dog though, you know, but I asked him the same way I asked him to stop cheating on me. I was like, I didn't think it was really gonna happen. I just thought it would be nice. Thought it would be a cute thing, you know, make me a little happy. She's cool though. I do hate when people, like, will give me little dog paraphernalia, you know, they're like, hey, you know, you never drink alone if your dog's home. I'm like, pretty sure I'm still alone when I'm here. Pretty sure she's not drinking with me. I even put wine in her dog bowl. She didn't like it. She was not a fan of that. She's not a fan. You guys, I was outside before the show started, and someone was like, hey, you look like you babysit. I was like, that is a wild way to say unemployed. And that was weird. That was interesting, a babysit. He wasn't wrong though, I am unemployed. So I was like, buy a lottery ticket, you got it. I recently got laid off from my job, and I was more upset that nobody felt bad for me. Nobody cared. I told my friends, I was like, oh, I got let go today. And they were like, well, yeah, but you hated that job. And I was like, yeah, but I hated that job the same way married women hate their husbands, you know? Like, yes, I'm gonna cry and bitch and complain about it, but I wasn't gonna leave. I wasn't gonna quit. I need dinner. I did hate that job though, I really did. Like at the beginning of the year, they gave out awards, little superlatives, you know? Like best dress, best happy hour coordinator, like most likely to steal from the fridge, like dumb things. And I got 2 awards. I got most likely to leave the party last and best Mexican. I was like, is that not 2 awards for the same thing? Like, is that not everybody's Tuesday night? What? I asked them, I was like, how did I get best Mexican? Is it because I cleaned the microwave one day? Is that why? It's like, because I recommended Fabuloso? Is that what happened? That was crazy. I did, and then I was like, okay, well, does Brenda, who complains to HR, did she get best white? Because I want us all to win, right? I want us all to get our awards, get our flowers. I did. I had one girlfriend who was like, you know what, Jessica? You're the most resilient person I know. You'll be okay. And she said resilient, but like my head heard, Jessica, you know, you've been cheated on, laid off, and thrown away a lot in life. You'll be okay. I'm like, your support is hurtful. I do not like that. No, not great. I always do that. That's such a Latina thing to do. I twist things in my head. People tell me I'm brave. I'm like, oh, am I like a war veteran? Brave? I just sleep with them. I'm not in the army, you know? I do it for the troops in a different way, right? People call me like smart. They're like, hey, you're real smart. I'm like, am I smart? Did my student loans tell you that? So smart. So smart for years to come. Stupid. And the worst is when people are like, hey, you're the most independent person I know. I'm like, babe, just say single. Like, why are we trying to make it fancy? Independent, okay. So dumb. I have been independent for quite some time. I am currently independent. And I don't mind it, but I genuinely want to be in a relationship. I really do, you know? Because I want to have a husband, I want kids, I want divorce, like I want the whole experience. I want it all. But it's hard to be in relationships because you got to trust your partner. You got to trust the person that you're with, right? Because like, you know what, I had a really good friend. By friend, I mean me. I had a good friend who dated a guy for 4 years. Still me. 4 years. He cheated on her, got the other girl pregnant, and then broke up with me. My friend. He broke up with my friend. It was tough, man. And it was the beginning of the pandemic, too, when they were like, hey, stay safe. He was like, oh, I don't use condoms. No, thank you. No, they were like, do not come outside. And he was like, I only come inside other women. That's it. That's all I got. It's like, fuck. I should have known better, though. I should have known it was never going to work out. Because, like, I'm a Libra, so I like balance. And he's a cheater, so he likes everybody else. Like, that was never gonna work. Also, too, I don't like advice. I don't want to hear advice from people on dating. My mom specifically. She's like, hey, maybe go back to church. Maybe you'll meet a man at church. And, like, I grew up Catholic, because I'm that Mexican. And so I'll go to church on holy days of obligation, right? So I'll go on Christmas, on Easter, and when I'm late for my period. Like, those are the days I'm gonna go pray, because I want a boyfriend, not a baby daddy. Not that, you know? It's just tough. It's tough to date. People were like, try the apps, try that out. And I did, and I matched with a guy one time, and he was like, hey, quick question, is English your second language? And I was like, oh my God, he thinks I speak Spanish. That's so sweet. And I was like, no, why? He said, well, it's because you misspelled so many words in such a short amount of time. I just assumed you didn't grow up speaking the language. It's like, nope, English is the first, and disappointing men is the second, though. That is, I've been doing that for a minute. That's a good one. I don't know. My friends tell me the type of guys I date, that's who I gotta switch up, you know? They're like, you gotta try someone different. Like, go after the CEO types, you know? People who drive Teslas. Someone who knows the difference between affect and effect, like that kind of guy, right? Someone who can spell Wednesday without saying Wednesday before. Like that would be a good, bar. And I try, I really do, but like the guys I date are the ones who join the military to help pay for college. And by college, they mean child support. Like that's my guy. You know? They don't have Teslas, but they have BMWs, big Mexican weenies, so that's them. You know which ones I'm talking about. They're the ones going to like the Dodger games with like the hood of their car is a different color than the rest of their car. Like that's my guy. That's my helpful Honda guy. I love that. There's just like something about a guy getting out of a Tesla in a suit that I'm like, oh, that's so try-hard. Like, you probably signed the back of your credit card. I don't like that. Ew, no. But babe, a guy with a gold chain getting off the bus? Oh my God. I love that. I'm like, what route is that? Do you need a ride? What's mine is yours. And what's yours is free when it rains, you know? Like, I don't know, I try. I'm the problem. I'm obviously the problem in this. And let's see, I am unemployed, but calling me a babysitter wasn't that far off, because I do babysit for my sisters. I babysit their kids. And like, I don't have kids of my own, so I'm not really qualified to do the job. Like, I feel like I'm like the Donald Trump of babysitting. Like, I am not qualified to be in that position of power by any means. Like, I should not, but people keep asking me to show up, and I'm like, all right, we'll fuck shit up, let's go, let's do it. Let's do it. It's tough babysitting. Like, if you have kids, you know it's tough to raise kids, right? After 3 days of hanging out with my 2-year-old nephew, I was like, dang, maybe we should put kids in cages. Maybe we should do that. That's a good idea. I'm being unemployed. I have to make money now. I gotta figure out a way to make money. And girl, I have a similar idea, same but different. I'm gonna start getting residuals like actors do from all the guys that I've dated. Like, if you've seen me naked and thought about it after, pay me, okay? Like, imagine the guys I sent a nude photo to who still have it in their phone. Like, babe, you don't have to delete it, just send me a monthly Zelle. Like, that would be awesome. You know, a residual, okay? Like, that would be amazing. I would love that. And I know some people are like, nudes, I would never send one. And those people have dads, so that makes sense for them. That makes sense for them. But like for me, I'm like, man, they're like, well, what if it ends up on like, line, and then you can never do things like run for political office, you know? I'm like, babe, I have an arrest record and a punch card to Planned Parenthood, dude. Like, that's not gonna be the thing that takes me out. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Or they're like, well, okay, but what if he, shows all of his friends, shows everybody? I'm like, I'm single and I'm unemployed, okay? Consider it a business card, okay? Like, pass it around accordingly. I work off referrals. Like, please, what are we talking about right now? All right, I gotta skedaddle, you guys. My name has been Jessica Alanis. You guys are in for such an amazing show. Keep it